When last year's #1 overall pick Victor Wembanyama arrived in the NBA, most of his peers, especially the vets, acknowledged that he's built different and said good things about him, even though they didn't know him personally and hadn't played with him yet.
He's like the 2K creative player. Like every point guard that wants to be 7 foot, cheat code type vibes. But
21 a year ago for the first time, because my little brother Kostas played in Nashville and they were teammates. It's incredible, man. Like, I believe in 2045 everybody is gonna look like Victor.
But when it was Caitlin's turn to enter the league, she instantly became public enemy #1, and they just rained down pure hate on her for some reason.
When the college guys come out, they're waiting for them. I mean, Camilla's coming, Caitlin's coming. There's more than just that are coming.
Reality is coming.
Okay.
You know, there's levels to this thing, and that's just life. We all went through it.
I think so many people are watching women's basketball right now. It all started from the national championship. Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
As a coach of the home team, there's going to be a lot of people cheering for that other side. I mean,
I'll get 2 shits.
How about one?
Not even 1 shit.
I don't know if it's just a girl thing or not, but it's kind of ironic that a lot of WNBA players are reeking with jealousy and bitterness toward the player who's actually making a ton of money for the league and keeping them somewhat relevant. Anyway, despite being despised by her peers in the WNBA, Caitlin is actually celebrated and praised by a ton of NBA players, not just because of her skills, but also her contribution and impact in pushing women's basketball forward. One of the NBA players that recognizes this is Steph Curry. As the female counterpart of the best shooter on the planet, Caitlin was showered with good words by Steph and talked about the stuff that makes her truly one of a kind in one interview.
I mean, I've been watching from afar and understanding just how much of a power she is out there on the court. The cool part is the way that she plays and her range and the level of difficulty on her shots is obviously a very close comparison to the way that I play.
I was going to say Caitlin Clark's been compared to you.
Yeah, but I think it almost robs her of like the rest of her game because she's such a good floor, she has her overall, floor game. She's racking up, close to triple doubles every night, and her shooting ability is, it's her superpower, but the rest of her game is as polished as that, and so it's must-see TV.
Everybody knows that she's the girl reincarnation of Steph, but as Steph said in that clip, she's more than just a volume shooter who shoots logo threes all the time. Because as a point guard, she can also pass the rock and set up her teammates at the right spot at the right time. I mean, just recently, she set a new WNBA record by tallying 19 assists and currently leads the league in this category with 7.9 assists a ball game. And without question, Caitlin will eventually become a problem in the WNBA if she keeps throwing slick passes such as this one. Now, aside from talking about her vision and playmaking, Steph also recognizes her shooting ability and playstyle, which strike a heavy resemblance to his own game.
Do you see any comparisons in the way that she shoots to you? If you compare the way you shoot, do you see anything?
I saw somebody break down the release time, which is pretty much identical to mine. And then her just confidence out of you can't help but watch when she plays, where she's shooting from, the range, the confidence, the flair. Like, she's a performer. It's crazy though, just because her shot is like that. It's at that level.
From their incredible shooting range, swag, a flair of the dramatic, and winning mentality, Caitlin is definitely the female version of Steph Curry. And based on his reactions, it's pretty clear that he approves of what Caitlin is doing to move the game forward. Unlike her opponents in the WNBA, who don't know how to appreciate greatness when they see it.
Her range, her three-point shooting overall, her flair for kind of testing her range every night and knowing that the other team's going to try to take it away. And she's fearless. No shot is a bad shot, and when you can shoot it as well as she can, that definitely rings true.
Well, from one great to another, LeBron James has been following Caitlin ever since she arrived in the WNBA. As a former #1 overall pick back in 2003, LeBron can relate to what Caitlin is going through right now, with how the vets are disrespecting and mistreating her, mainly because she's just a rookie. According to LBJ, the treatment that Caitlin is receiving right now is pretty normal, since she hasn't proven anything yet, which is why she has to earn their respect.
My advice to Caitlin, and my advice to anyone that comes in with this, this level of like notoriety, out of this world expectation, whatever the case may be, I just think it's all about having, be a horse, man. The Kentucky Derby, put your blinders on, go to work, show up to work, punch your clock in, prepare yourself, work on your game, work on your craft, kind of keep your mouth shut, and just learn from the vets. When they ask, you voice your opinion if they want your opinion, man, early on, because everybody is looking for you to say anything and they're gonna splice it and cut it and make it a negative thing. Like, Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is gonna happen for the WNBA. But for her individually, I don't think she should get involved on nothing that's being said. Just go, have fun, enjoy.
As you heard from that clip, Caitlin simply has to put her head down and keep grinding to prove them wrong. And as far as her rookie campaign goes, it's a massive success so far, to say the least, even though she's just clocking in 20-plus games as a professional. I mean, in just 3 months, Caitlin has already shattered a ton of long-lasting records and established some new ones. See, in just around 20 games, she not only tallied the highest number of assists in a single game throughout WNBA history with 19, but she also became the first Indiana Fever player to break the franchise record in terms of assists in a season. And more recently, she added another record to the list by being the first rookie ever to dish out the most assists in an All-Star game, with 10. On top of that, she's the fastest WNBA rookie to record 100 points and 50 assists in just 8 games. She's also received the most number of fan votes with 700,000 plus in the All-Star game, and the first rookie ever to record a triple-double in its 27-year history. Anyway, it's not only LeBron who recognizes Caitlin's greatness, because apart from him, Kevin Durant also kept an eye on her way back when she was not even popular. But despite this, he saw potential in her that she's going to be a great hooper someday.
Yeah, she's displaying some skill right now that's like, and she moving fast. Like, it look like she don't look like, it look like everybody on that court is way slower than her when she get into her stuff. And she coming through the lane, crossing over
crazy
between the legs,
handle,
pulling
crazy
up,
footwork,
shooting, getting to the cup. I mean, I remember watching her when she was a summer going into her senior year. I was in Chicago for 3 days for the Girls AAU Nationals and all ages. And I happened to see the 17 and under girls, and she was in the championship. Her team from Iowa, like, I figure a few of those girls on her team now, but they played together so smooth, but she was always leading that shit. She always had the ball in her hands. Everybody was playing off of her. She just commanded the whole game. I was like, who the hell is this? She is nice. It was like, oh, she's the best player in the country. I was like, oh, damn. I see it now. Like,
From Steph and LeBron to KD, these NBA champions, MVPs, and future Hall of Famers all have something good to say about Caitlin Clark and appreciate the stuff that she does in terms of helping women's basketball to grow, as well as transitioning it to a whole new level. However, her WNBA peers are totally doing the opposite and trying to bring her down whenever there's an opportunity. Anyway, the wide gap in terms of pay between the WNBA and NBA has been well documented, and in recent years, a lot of WNBA players have been crying about this issue, and some of them even demanded publicly that the NBA should do something about it. But now that they have a generational player that has the same pull and gravity as Michael Jordan did back in the 90s, they've decided to put her on a spike, instead of patting her on the back for luring in millions of eyeballs and bringing in millions of dollars to the league. I mean, the WNBA just signed an 11-year, $2.2 billion media rights deal recently. And this just means that TV and other media platforms are now seeing the value of WNBA as a sports product, which they could potentially make money from. And even if some people would say that the WNBA had this coming, I'm 100% sure that Caitlin was the main driving force that sealed this blockbuster deal, more than anything else. I mean, just to fully grasp the Caitlin Clark effect, here's a photo that says the game between Caitlin's Indiana Fever versus Angel Reese's Chicago Sky was the most watched WNBA game across all networks in 23 years. And on top of that, almost all Indiana Fever games this season also exceeded 1 million viewers for every game. Plus, the WNBA is also setting and hitting new milestones in terms of having all-time viewership ratings. And obviously, all of this can be traced back and credited to popularity and mass appeal of Caitlin Clark. Now, instead of being bitter since Caitlin took away all the spotlight and attention from them, here's what the jealous WNBA player should say to her, according to NBA legend Charles Barkley.
You women out there, y'all petty, man. Hey, LeBron, you're 100% right on these girls hating on Caitlin Clark. Y'all petty, girls. I expect men to be petty because we're the most insecure group in the world. Oh, you are. Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all ass private charters, all the money and visibility she bringing to the WNBA. Don't be petty like dudes. Listen, what she's accomplished, give her flowers. Stop being petty, all you women out there. She got y'all ass charters. She bringing all y'all this money to the table, but y'all being petty like dudes. LeBron, you are 100% right. Y'all girls, stop being petty. Caitlin Clark, thank you for bringing all that money and shine to the WNBA. Well, they're gonna hate you.
Everything that Charles Barkley said in that clip is 100% true. Instead of hating her, they should be thanking her for all the things that she has done for women's basketball at this early stage of her career. And if they feel insecure or threatened by her, they should just step up their game and compete every single night, so that people might want to watch other WNBA games, even if Caitlin is not playing. Anyway, guys, do you think Caitlin has been unfairly vilified by her WNBA peers? And apart from this, when do you think this bullying on Caitlin stops? Well, let me know your thoughts on this by dropping your comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button and tap the subscribe button so you'll be in the loop when the next video drops. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.